Speech is an invaluable gift of God to man. Words are necessary to exchange thoughts in human society, and the speech imparts voice to these words. The whole fabric of interpersonal relationships in this world is rooted in speech. Just as misuse of wealth is harmful, abuse of speech is very detrimental as well, though very little attention is paid by many in this regard. As a result, many get embroiled in a lot of trouble and spend their entire lives repenting for their errors. It is a well-known anecdote of the epic Mahabharata that Draupadi called Duryodhana, blind son of a blind father. Her harsh words sowed a poisonous seed in his mind. This seed initiated events that eventually led to the great war of Mahabharata. So, saying anything thoughtlessly can even result in the creation of dangerous situations. Kabir Das has also spoken thus, Boli ek anmol hai, jo koi bole jani, hiye taraju tolke, tab mukh bahar ani, meaning the words are priceless. One who knows how to use them well first carefully weighs them in the balance of his heart and only then speaks them out. Speech is indeed very precious, and every spoken word has a lot of value. It is, therefore, imperative to weigh carefully before speaking whether what is being spoken has substance and truthfulness or not. Wise men say that any person who influences others does not express the foul language, he only talks about what sounds morally correct. However, he, who rarely follows any of what he says himself, his speech does not have any lasting effect, and he often gets ridiculed as untrustworthy. Lord Krishna talks about three kinds of tapa, penance, austerity, in the Gita: the tapa of the physical body, speech, and mind. Why is the tapa of speech important? What is its necessity in our lives? It is essential because speech is closely connected with the way we use our vital energy. There are two ways by which we spend a lot of our vital energy: first, in debating, discussing with others, and second, in eating. Saint Tulsidas says, pray to God leaving aside discussion, debates and slavery to taste. We tend to get into heated discussions with others to show off our knowledge, to gain their respect, and to establish authority among others of our intellect, wisdom and superiority. We also run after taste and eat different types of savories. We like sweet, sour, and spicy food and do not think about what impact such foods have on our bodies. Such foods create an imbalance in the constituent elements of our bodies, which then make us ill. A lot of energy in our body gets spent on fighting such diseases. Which is the organ that gets used the most in debating and experiencing taste? Our tongue. Scriptures describe many weapons used in ancient times like Varunashtra, Pashupashtra, and so on. These don't exist today anymore, but there is one weapon that is very much accessible even today: the tongue weapon. Speak harsh words and hurt anyone. The tongue can sting like a scorpion. This is why it needs to be restrained. Lord Krishna, in the Gita, verse 15 of chapter 17, says, speaking only in a way that doesn't offend, that is likable, beneficial and practical, reciting Vedic scriptures, and chanting God's name constitute the tapa of speech. The mind doesn't readily accept the practice of tapa. Our memories and habits tend to disrupt this practice. So, the focused efforts are required never to speak harsh words, speaking the truth, speaking less but sweetly, and speaking beneficial words. Restraining the speech helps in the conservation of vital energy. The saved energy can be utilized for other arduous spiritual practices. Every spoken word, in fact, is a mantra. Just as mantras are recited on auspicious occasions, words should be spoken at the right times and for the good purpose. Words, which reflect falsehood, which humiliate or condemn others, or that can reignite a settled issue or provoke others should not be spoken. When a person expresses the truth and speaks sweet, pleasant, and meaningful speech, he accumulates more good karma than what he does by going on pilgrimages. Speech has more power than swords or bows and arrows. This is why wise people do not waste this power of theirs, even in most adverse circumstances. The speech is also a reflection of personality. It is the most effective medium to express inner feelings. Our sweet and straightforward words impress others. When we speak sweetly, we give presents to others without actually giving anything physically. So we must speak with discretion. It is said that there are only three real jewels: water, grains, and sweet speech. We ignorantly call some pieces of stones as jewels. Just speaking sweetly at home, with our family members, and our neighbors can create a heavenly atmosphere. The discipline of speech also helps us control our inner weaknesses like anger, ego, greed, attachment, etc. But, along with the sweetness of speech, our actions and dealings with others need to be honest too. The excess of anything is bad. Talking in excess invites trouble. Proper integration of noble speech and righteous actions is the definite road to success in life.